Hello and welcome back to my aquarium, and today we are playing some more Death Must Die, doing a Scotty run today. We're going to be using the Sign of the Apprentice. That will give us an extra level on every 2 levels to a random one of our skills, which doesn't sound maybe like the craziest thing, but I've used it before. It is actually pretty dang strong, because you'll just start getting random levels on the abilities that you're not even focusing really, and they'll start suddenly getting pretty dang strong when you're not even completely focusing them. It's just a really solid passive sign to have on, and I think Scotty is a very solid character. I think for me at first she was kind of weird because in my mind I was like, isn't she kind of the same thing as Averon? You know, like kind of just this middle of the road knight type character. But she is kind of a mix of a lot of different stuff because she has these long basic attacks, which kind of does Krant, which is like her idol and the lower og actually, so that's pretty cool. What the heck, Wandering Ghost? Yeah, sure. But at the same time, she has pretty good attack speed, kind of like Nixie or Averon. At the same time as that, she has pretty good evasion chance, which is nice. So she just kind of does everything really well, and I really appreciate that in a character. This is interesting right off the bat. I don't have any alterations, so I have to go Lady Justice. More life from heals could be really good. Weakening is going to make affected deals 30% less total damage, right? So they do less damage to us. Not the best thing in the world. I like Divine Shield, but I'm going to go ahead and just get better heals here, just in case we need to heal at any point. Sometimes you can even do builds like this where it revolves around like the heals like that. And then what you can do is just get really tanky, because we have 113 health. Not terrible, but not the best in the world, but you can make it work. If you can get our armor up too, what we can do is kind of just stick in there and just bang attacks out, right? And then maybe have some heal on kill effects, have some life regeneration going on, and then you have a bunch of other bonuses that make you do even more healing on that kind of stuff, and you can kind of just sit in there and you can take the damage, which is fun to me sometimes. Attacking faster would be nice. Like we said, if we want to go even more bruiser, we could, but let's just go some attack speed straight off the bat. A weird start here, because we don't have any abilities that are really like defining the run yet. We just have some really nice passive stuff. But nothing is really like defining this to the point where I'm like, what exactly is this build going to be? And that's the fun thing with this sign, because, oh, I have burning straight built into my sword, by the way, if you're wondering, like, how are you burning? Also, these guys are all taking damage because of this right here. Enemies lose, 0.5 health just from existing. So fun little trinket that I have there. But it's the fun thing about this rune is, or sign. I think they're kind of runes, but they call them signs, so we'll call them signs too. Is you can just kind of build into whatever you want, and stuff is passively gonna get leveled. Like, our attack speed will probably get pretty good here early on if it gets some extra levels in it, just randomly, and that's the odds, right? So we'll see what kind of odds we hit, and hopefully we can get that. There was 3 shrines up above us, so I'm gonna check what this one is down here really quick. Oh man, I wanna go back and get all those 3 shrines because they were gathered up. They might be really good. I think we might actually got a 2nd level in our attack speed here. Now this is something I would love to see because of this right here. Chilling Strike is one of my favorites in the entire game. It's so good for single target damage. Honestly, I don't hate this as well. I like Flare and I like Breath of Fire, especially on someone like Scotty, and with Chilling Strikes, I think Breath of Fire is a really good combo. So now we're starting to make things pop here a little bit. I don't really open graves a lot because they just have like trash tier armor and stuff that I don't really care about, like this chest. Oh, look at that, the magic amulet, cool. I wouldn't strap that on my dog if I had the chance. Bro's already got kitted out with a collar. Why does he need the fucking necklace around his neck? I don't think so. Just kind of worthless, which I kind of wish the more kitted up you were. Like if I logged in to a run and they like looked at me and were like, hey, look, this dude has all like mythic items, like look at this, it's all mythic, unique mythics. They would just be like, let's not put as many graves in, because clearly they don't need that. But that's not something that really exists, so that's okay though. Enemy barriers being reduced would be really nice. I'm just gonna go for the passive experience gain since we're so early in the run, so that'll build up pretty well for us for the most part. And we're just trying to level as much as possible. So anything that can give us slows down cooldowns and the heals. Anything that can give us more XP, we're gonna want to take. These guys will be a little careful of, but should be able to bonk them up pretty good. Yeah, we're hitting pretty hard. Scotty is just really good for that middle of the road character. Chilling Strike straight up to Adept is perfect. That's what I want to see. We have a lot more Adept offer chance from that little shrine we got earlier, so we'll have to take advantage of that. Take some of these Adept offers here early. And if you get a bunch of Adepts on this character with this sign, but then you have all the extra levels, then you can take more adepts and they still feel strong even to like an expert type of level, because it's just getting so many more levels in that you weren't even intending to get. So that's why I like this sign a lot. I think this sign is the best for going in and maybe not even having like an actual plan. If you didn't see my video from yesterday, gifted, what'd I get? Ooh, I got pole area. Cool. My build from yesterday, I went on Nixie and I did a luck build, and I went and got Legong and some other stuff that procs off chance. And so essentially I was just hitting chain lightnings like every hit that I was doing. It was really fun. Ooh, yes please. And that was a very specific build. It was like I knew exactly what I was doing as I went into it. I knew exactly what abilities I wanted to pick up. But then you can do a run like this where you don't necessarily know exactly what you're looking for when you're going in, because it's just a very broad sign. Anything will work and can work. So it's kind of fun when you walk in and you don't know exactly what you want, because you get to just kind of experiment a little bit. Maybe pick up some abilities that you don't use that often. Oh man, we're kind of chopping through this better than I thought we would. Just hitting pretty hard. Chilling Strike up even more is really nice. Thought could be good this build, but I'm just gonna go Chilling Strike for now. I like what that does for us, so we're gonna keep going that. Yeah, we're chopping through these slimes, dang. And the Breath of Fire isn't bad either when it does need to proc. I might even be able to get Combustion and have it be good on this build, but I think I'd rather go for other stuff than that. And I might even banish that. I do have some banishes maybe I should throw out there and use. My face is itchy. Alright. There's a little ADHD thought there. It's like, I feel like I would tell you guys. Dude, my nose has been like so itchy today. I don't even know why. I mean, I only started like 16 lines of Coke, so it shouldn't be that itchy. Ooh, I like Frost Ring and I like Dive. Let's just go ahead and pick up Frost Ring for now. That can be really good for crowd control, like right there, or it can be really good for helping us freeze those single targets, elites, and just beat them down really quick, just the same way that our Chilling Strike does. Essentially, I guess we're going to go for a little bit of a freezing build here and just try to freeze stuff as much as we can. Really wish that I picked up this altar on that last slime wave. Would have been nice, but we can still get used to it a bit here. Try to get at least one level here. If we can kill this big elite boy. Like I said, freeze him up. There we go. Summer. Ooh, we can get this straight to expert, but it's already adept. There's the combust I was talking about. I'm going to combust on this enemy's face in a second. I'm just going to go ahead and grab the Breath of Fire, because I think getting it to expert will actually make it do quite a bit of damage. Okay. We also have Summer, so we can get the upgrade that gives us more overall spell damage, and that would be nice. Or our Breath of Fire, just doing more damage from it, so we have to keep that in mind too. Spell speeds, attack damage. Yeah, I would like attack damage. This will give us pickups. More pickups we can have, the nicest too. So if we can get Frozen Treasure, would be really nice. Damage return going there would be nice. I think we just go ahead and grab some life regeneration, like I said. Be fine with getting hit on this build if we can just get some good heals built in. And something like life regen mixed with better overall heals is a great combo. It's just a go-to. The only thing that I don't love about this right now is I don't have any like passive damage going out. So, what do you think about that? Anyways, we can kind of just let this build play itself for now and just talk a little bit. You know, I mean, I haven't been doing too much lately ever since I've kind of got back. This is the most content creation I've really been doing. But I have been watching a lot of Big Brother, which is like a game show, reality show mixed together. If you've never seen it, and it's something I watched a lot when I was younger with my family. And as I've gotten older, I've still watched it, and I've gotten more into it. Like I'm even like, man, I want to apply to that show. I think I feel like I could do really well on it, but I don't know. Right now, I just really like watching it. It's just really fun seeing people like how they interact with each other. And the funniest thing to me is there's certain seasons where everyone gets along really well, which is less often than the next option I'm going to give you, which is everyone fights a bunch. Because they'll just get in there. And, you know, when you put 16 strangers in each other with a house for 100 days, they get up to some fights because people don't often just have that much in common right off the bat, you know? Like, people are not gonna just be best buddies like that randomly. People have a lot of differences. And that's kind of how the show started as. Of course, it didn't start as an American show. I want to say the first version was in the UK. but yeah, I'm pretty sure the first version was in the UK, and then it came to America, and then they made the Canadian version. And I think they might even made an Australian version at this point. I could be wrong about that though. But people would just like, they just go at it. But then at the same time, you get these really funny moments where people like just are actually like best friends. And in the season I'm currently watching, there's like all these showmances, which is, people start making out and enjoying each other romantically, which is kind of like a bad game move, because if you're too into a showmance, people see you obviously as a clear threat because you're 2 times the player, because you have 2 chances to win comps, and at the same time you're not going to vote each other out most likely, because that's like your ride or die at that point. So it's not really the best game move, but there have been a lot of couples that go on to like get married and even have kids that met each other in the Big Brother house, which is pretty crazy. But hey, it happens. I mean, it's 25 seasons in at this point, and still going very strong. I mean, pretty good fandom from what I've seen. They'll have like live rooms open too when it's actually, yeah, sure, an active season, so you can go to like live chat rooms, and because there's like over 100 cameras in this house, right? And so you can see the house guests in there and then go in like a chat room and just watch them throughout their day or whatever, as they're literally sleeping, eating, showering, whatever they're doing. And it's just like, I mean, that's what it started as, right? It started as like a social experiment more than anything. Like, what happens if you put these random people that have nothing in common for the most part with their lives, or I guess they kind of figure out what they have in common, because, I guess we all have something in common, and then see what happens. And I guess in the beginning too, America would vote out who they didn't want. So America would vote out the person that they didn't want to see in the house anymore. So if you're like a big asshole, America would vote you out. But then it turned more from like social experiment to reality show, game show. And so the house guys actually like compete to see who gets like the power, and then vote each other out. So I get really into like the game theory of that. It's always fun to watch, and you kind of like pick your player. If you were like a fantasy football guy, I think you would honestly like a show like that, because you can kind of like pick your player and like follow them and be like, oh yeah, what's gonna happen? I hope my player can do this. And it's just like, it gets exciting. It gets fun. But I really like the end of seasons even more than like the beginnings, because you get to know everyone really well by then, and some crazy strategy usually happens, which is always entertaining to me. But at the same time, there's just a lot more funny moments, because everyone's like losing their mind at that point, because they're stuck in the same house for, by that point, like 80, 90 days, and they're just like losing it. So they have to entertain themselves, because they don't have any music really. They don't have TV. They have nothing. You're cut out from the outside world. You don't have news or anything. So it's like, it just gets so funny, the shit they get up to. Blight, Frostring, up better. We'll get dive at this point. Watch this. Boom, icicles. Boom, icicles. Like we said earlier, just any kind of freezing we can get is good for me. We'll have to see what level our abilities are at the end of this run, and kind of try to keep an eye on how much I've actually been leveling stuff. Because like I'm telling you, I'm sure a lot of our stuff has been, well, I know it's been getting leveled up. Like, we're level 15. It was an extra level, I think, every 2 that we go. So, we should have gotten like, what, 7 extra levels by this point on stuff? And it just kind of gets doled out randomly. Like, I think I only bought 1 level of this, but now it's at 2. We'll take that to expert, because why not? We should be pretty tanky by now. I kind of even want to like tank a hit from this guy just to check how tanky we are, but there's really no point to that. We have pretty good regen too, so I could. Oh yeah, I just tanked 2 hits to kind of just test it there. Damn. We are set. We're still full health because I just healed back pretty quick. And that's what I was saying. Sometimes you can make those builds where you just kind of sit in there and just beat cheeks. And there's one thing I enjoy doing with my free time. It's beating cheeks. Some people play the drums, but I just play the cheeks. It's a pretty good build though. This is why I like Scotty. I don't really know what else they would make in terms of characters, because they kind of already have their mage character. They have their like their knight. They have the Grant and the barbarian. They have their Nixie. Go Vehemence. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna reroll a few times to see if I can get a better rarity of something. I could get this up, and I will actually, because leveling it after this, now that it's a better tier, will actually help it get more percentage scaling, so we want to see that. But yeah, I don't know what the next class they would even like do would be, because it's like, if you're following classic like RPG D&D roles and stuff, I don't know what they would do. I mean, you don't really do like a cleric in a game like this because who else are you healing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I guess they could do a character that maybe like has some self-heals or something? Maybe like AoE constant damage and you don't really do auto attacks. Your damage is just always on. So centerpiece. Why not level this up? So it's interesting to think about. That would be a cool character design though. Maybe like a summoner and they have like a basic AoE around them, right? And it just does pick damage if you're close enough to them. But once something dies from it, it has like a, I don't know, 25% chance to turn into your own summon. That'd be cool. I'd love to see like a summoning class because I want summons to be better in this game. And they'd probably add more like summon abilities, maybe even like add a even more summon focused god than Mort. When you do that, that could be really cool. Hire me, people who make Death Must Die. I got plenty of good ideas and zero idea how to implement them. I'm just saying shit. But like you could do it well and then give me the credit for it. So think about that next time. Think about that. I don't know. Maybe I just like hearing the sound of my own voice too much. Maybe I like hearing the sound of my own voice the perfect amount. Did you ever think about that? I'm making a lot of hits here, but I'm kind of just testing it to see if it matters, and it seems like it doesn't. I'm also kind of just chopping through these guys because who gives a shit. But you can see that the frost ring going crazy. Evasion increased. Ooh, more dice. Ooh, yeah, give me that. I want this attack speed to go crazy with it. We don't even have like gem high. I kind of start avoiding time as one of my gods in the pool because it's just kind of like generic, same thing. It's like, oop, you get gem high and then you're fine for any waves, no matter what abilities you have. And you have wisdom, so it's like you're leveling really fast, which that part's nice. But otherwise, I think time is a little bit boring compared to some of the other gods. Even Lady Justice, I think, is more exciting than time. It's just like, he's a little too straightforward for me to really want him to be in one of my god pools like every time. Ooh, that was a good freeze with the dash through her. That's something you can do pretty well with dash through like this, and it can freeze pretty easily.
Careful.
Yeah, you are pretty hot. What? You think those foxtails are real, or does she got those plugged in somewhere? That's all I'm going to say about that. Because I don't want to go to jail again. Alright, these guys are getting pretty fucked up. Be careful of Thick Lady here, because yeah, that's going to happen. Honestly, though, can I just kind of like tank it? Maybe. She'll get frozen here in a second, I think. Yep, there's some good freeze and kill. Oh, right, chest. Dive to expert, chilling strike to expert. Beauty. Beauty with it. We'll pop this open. We'll go check out these other shrines down here. What do we got? Can you all die really quick? I don't really like that you're chasing me. It's kind of aggressive, and I don't really appreciate that. Huh. What is going on here? Just cracking these guys up. Okay. Necromancer, here you are. Try to keep our distance a little bit. Yeah, I was going to try to say keep our distance a little just so I can hit the fireballs as they come at me and still keep hitting him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. Oh, I did hit the fireball, so I'm going to try to dash through it, but evaded. She has pretty good evasion chance. I do really like that a lot. I'm not doing crazy damage, even when he's frozen. But I'm not doing bad damage. The thing is we're tanky too, so I'm not going to complain too much. There it is. Like, that wasn't terrible all in all. Flare to expert or vehemence to expert? We'll do flare. Flare is just good for being a passive damage thing you can have. That's some good loot from him. Breath of Fire being pretty strong too. Comboing with the ice. I like that. I'm kind of surprised there's no ability that does like... If you have summer and winter, you know, like combo abilities. That's something that's in a lot of Bullet Heavens where it's like... You have this ability... yo-yo, and then if you pick up the Iron Chain, you can combine it with the yo-yo and make the Iron Chain yo-yo, and now it wraps around enemies with the chain and yanks them away with the yo-yo. You know what I mean? Like, it makes a combo. You kind of think there'd be like summer, winter, like, ooh, we're sisters, and so you'd see like, yeah, when you freeze an enemy, you get like a frostburn ability since you have summer boons as well, and that makes it to where freezing them lights them on fire, something like that, and they take more damage while they're frozen, you know what I mean? But you don't see that in this game. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity. Maybe that's something they'd work on in the future. With how many gods they have, they could do some really cool combo stuff right there. I would love to see that. But, hey, you never know. You never know what they're working on. They could literally be making that right now, and they're like, dang, this guy's stealing our thunder out here. And I'm like, you know, baby. I'm going to keep going the Fury. I did like the idea of having wider attacks there, but my attacks are quite wide enough, in my opinion, already. And the idea that this guy, it's kind of like a Shiva statue or something, right? I forget what it's called exactly. Maybe they put, like, Hindu-type gods in? Probably not. You gotta be careful with that. One of the big games I've played a lot for years is called Smite, which is literally all gods and goddesses and just mythological creatures from different mythologies and stuff, and you fight with them. It's a MOBA. So I've always really liked that, but they've had some hot water, especially in the beginning, because they have Hindu gods, and it's still a, you know, like, followed religion. So you need to be kind of careful about that stuff. As well as, there's been some other controversies, like, they made Cthulhu, which was always like a joke. Everyone was like, make Cthulhu next god. And then it was like, it would never actually happen because it's not like, you know, a god. And that was a bit of a controversy because it was like, you know, the author's racist piece of shit. So it was like, yeah, they probably won't touch something like that again in the future. You never know. I mean, I guess it depends if they made more positivity out of the character creation than they did negativity. I have no clue. I don't work on the team. Maybe they did. No idea. Him in Meteor Shower. Sure, let's keep going this. Probably could have got a level of Meteor Shower, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm kind of just trying to wipe these enemies out here really quick. And then once they're dead, we can move on and keep looking for shrines, because we're at 17 minutes. Ooh, I want the frickin' Goblin Coffee Hut there. Whatever, we'll grab it in a second. Give us some more max HP, I'm pretty sure. Hello, hello, yep, I'm just gonna beat you all down. I don't really care if you hit me, to be completely honest. Yep, good job, gold boy. Ooh, did you get dashed through, idiot? Ooh, get dashed through, idiot. Oh, get dashed through, idiot. You look so stupid right now. I try to imagine looking as stupid as you, but I just can't do it. Just too smart to look stupid. Poor little dude. Well, hopefully everyone's having a nice little ill day. I'm pretty excited because main game I do, Destiny 2, didn't have its weekend event this time around, so I got even longer off from the game than I was intending to take, because it was like, well, that's what I usually make my content on, so screw it. I'll just take like another week off from the game, and hopefully when I do go back to it, I can have some kind of fun with it with friends or whatever. But I've just been really taking it easy. I have some good stuff in mind that I'm looking to make here. Ooh, I love Frozen Treasure, but I really want this. I'm not going to get Frozen Treasures because we're at the end here. I don't have many levels left, so any levels I do get, I'd like to put it on the abilities that I feel like I really need. But there's some stuff I'm really trying to focus more on. Like, I've been having fun recording this stuff, and I would like to try doing this as much as possible this year and seeing if I can make it more successful on this channel. So that's where I'm putting more of my energy, as well as on my commentary channel, is something I really want to work on. These fucking ice skeletons are the worst enemies in the entire game. Okay? I don't care who I need to suck off or bribe to get them out of the game and away from me, but I will fucking do it 100 times over. I hate everything about them. They ruin my life, and I want them gone. So I just thought I'd put that out there, just to make myself clear how much I really do not like them. Hello there, big man. Get hit with a flare, idiot. Why am I so fast? I had that shrine to... Should level up here really, really soon. 3, 2, 1, maybe. Can I have some XP, please? Thank you. I don't really particularly want any of this, but I guess I'll take Reprisal. You can make enemies get smited, which just makes it easier for us to hit them, so whatever. We'll do it. It kind of is the same thing as Freeze, really, when you think about it. Just kind of march forward here. It's weird how they just keep spawning these guys. I feel like spawning like the one bow skeleton in these skeleton waves, it's fine. I feel like there could be a better, like, elite enemy in these skeleton waves, you know? At least make them like a thick skeleton. You ever notice that when there's like a thick skeleton in a game and you're like, Are you really that big of a thickie? I feel like bone density in humans doesn't change all that much in real life. Like, everyone has pretty similar skeletons. Like, I understand some people will definitely have thicker skeletons than others. Like, it makes sense, right? I mean, does it make sense? No, I'm thinking about this. You know the phrase... Oh, dodged. You suck. You know the phrase big boned? Is that, like, legit? Like, can you actually be big boned? Or is that just what people call fat people? Okay, now I'm having, like, a bit of a crisis here, because I'm not sure. Dodged. You suck. Alright, well, I can't dodge all these jamokes. Get out of my face. Alright. I'm, like, slow. It's the biggest annoying thing right now, because he just keeps running from me. I'm just gonna sit in here for a second. I'll dodge backwards now. I'll start hitting these guys. He's just kind of annoying me. Like, come here. Bro, you big stinky. Alright. Get some good damage in here because he's frozen. There we go. Got some good dodges going on. He's probably going to throw something at me here. No? Alright, screw it. Maybe I'll just hit him until he dies. Yeah. Dude, I just got so much Skluter sense. Your ass, get out of here. I don't really show you guys what loot I have at the end of a run because I don't think it's that exciting. I kind of do the inventory management off screen, so it's not to bore you guys with that. But that was pretty dang solid. Gotta respect it. Let's see here. Chilling Strike, yeah, went pretty crazy. Breath of Fire was actually right on par with it. And everything else was kind of lacking, but at the same time, let's see our highest level ability. Level 4, level 4, level 5, level 5, 1, 4. So a lot of 4s and 5s. Chilling Strike, yeah, got pretty high. Consecration actually got high, and I don't even really remember leveling this thing that much. Vehemence, we did level a few times. And then Divine Shield was kind of leveling itself, I feel like, for the most part. But as you can see, those little extra couple of levels help you kind of make a stronger run, even when you're not focusing it to a crazy degree. But either way, that is going to do it for me today. If you did enjoy, leave me a like or subscribe. I'd very much appreciate that. And make sure if you do subscribe because you want to see more videos like this in the future, that you turn on that notification bell so you can see those delivered straight to your inbox and get the notification on your phone whenever it may be. But all that being said, that is it for me today. So as always, have a great day.